Hello everyone. Let's see. Here we go. Sounds like it's working. I will be back in a second. I forgot my water. Be right back. Here we go. Thanks for joining. So, in tonight's stream, I will be doing some character design, in particular of a little rabbit. I see this a bit as preparation for tomorrow's workshop. Tomorrow I will be giving a workshop at Illustration Day. Hello, thanks for joining. And in this workshop I will show my layer setup, basically from sketch to a final illustration. And I already did some preparation for it. So I usually come up with an idea. Thank you. You get a quick preview. And yeah, usually I start off with an idea, and I thought it'd be nice to draw a rabbit because I'm currently animating 2 rabbits, and I thought it'd be nice to have a rendered version as well. So with shading and all of that. So yeah, that's why rabbits. And I started with just looking at some reference images. Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope everything will go well. I've been at the venue today, and the technical stuff, everything looks good. So I'm in good faith that everything will work out. So here are some images of cute little rabbits, and I thought it'd be nice to have like a spring theme because I'm looking forward to spring. And then what I usually do is also look at drawings I've done before of rabbits, those which I still like or parts I still like, because I know this is working. And yeah, it just gives me a bit of a starting off point. So here's very realistically in terms of proportions and rendering, done at the museum. This is a bit older, few things I don't like about this anymore, but I think it's still cute. And this one I did recently. It's just a sketch, but I kind of like that way that he's like, or she's smelling that flower. Then I also like to look at other artists, how they interpret bunnies. And the last part is the mood, I guess you could call it. And there's some, seen them online before, and I looked them up, of animals with flowers and fruits, and I always thought they look very cute. So yeah, that is like the I try to but I usually do it also when I work on my own projects. I like to prepare. I don't know, it just feels good to be prepared. So that's why I always do this. And yeah, look for reference images. Obviously, like in the beginning, you just have a few, and later on, if, like for example here, I already did this first sketch. I thought it'd be nice if he was smelling a cherry blossom. And I've drawn them before, and I kind of know what they look like, but not exactly. And when I will be rendering, I will look up cherry blossom to really get the exact number of leaves and how it looks in the middle. Has. We're back. I hope this won't happen again. Let's hope. So here we go. Wrong layer. So here we have this funny rabbit munching away. For those who just joined, I'm doing some style exploration today because I'll be giving a workshop. We're getting a preview in tomorrow's workshop, and it will be animal illustration, and we'll be drawing a rabbit. And I wanted to do some sketching beforehand and maybe decide on the style I want to do tomorrow. Would be helpful. I think it will be something like this. Not super cartoony, but not super realistic. Like something in the middle. More too cartoony, I think, than realistic. So they can walk, I think, rather on 2 legs than on 4. Okay, and what's his body like? Maybe this one is a bit more realistic. This one has his little arms like that. And his legs. One is more like turned this way and one is more turned towards us. Something like this. Let's see. I think this should all be a bit further too. Oh, we need to move the entire thing. This needs to move a bit to the side, otherwise he will fall down. There we go. Yeah, you're the beta tester. I'm sorry that it always... Do you mean for the workshop or for Twitch? Oh, for the workshop, yes, you are. I thought you maybe meant Twitch, because it hasn't been quite a while. I didn't have any technical issues. I think it happened because I removed the cable yesterday because I needed it for something else. And I think the computer doesn't like it. Once it's so weird, just off for a second and it's like, nope, not doing that again. This massive feet. I think they're kind of cute, although they're really big. I'm excited. Tomorrow is illustration day and I will be joining a workshop too. In the morning there will be a workshop by Sam and it will be about character design. So I'm excited about that workshop. At least for me, I think for a lot of artists, they really like is learning and learning new stuff about art. So I'm excited what he's gonna do. Does Twitch change so much? Oh, you mean if things aren't working? Yeah, I don't know. It can always happen. Sometimes things are out of one's control. I don't know, maybe this should be A bit higher. That's better. So that would be an option, this rabbit here. Oh, we need to add whiskers. Yeah, we need whiskers. I just finished a commission yesterday, traditional one on paper, of a cat with whiskers, like a black cat with white whiskers. And I literally hold my breath every time I drew that whisker, because I didn't, like, if I messed it up, I don't know if I could have saved it. Like, I would have probably had to redraw the whole thing. I don't know. Drawing digitally is so much more relaxing. Like, you can just try things out and you're not like, oh my gosh, if I mess this up, start over. I mean, sometimes you can fix it, but I think there are times where, like, for example, I don't like this whisker because it's too parallel to this one. And if it's just a pencil sketch, then yeah, that's fine. But like if it's marker or something, it's like, oh gosh. Risk free art, that's true. Yeah. I don't know. Like once I tried digital art, I think it just came very natural to me, and I really enjoyed that. Anxiety went away. It's nerve-wracking. I mean, there is something about doing traditional art. I won't deny that. I do like doing traditional art, but like for sketching, I really enjoy the flexibility with digital, which is actually funny because in the beginning when I when I discovered digital art, I always did my sketches traditionally and scanned them and just colored them digitally. I don't know, I always felt like there is something about doing it on paper, and it slowly started doing it digitally as well. I think it has its advantages in like changing things. Also, I think some people like do the rough sketch and then continue digitally, so that they just start in a sketchbook or something. I mean, there's so many options. I really don't like that flower. I don't know what it is about that flower. Let's make it bigger. I think it should be bigger. And maybe a different kind. I think it'd be nice if it was... I know what it should be. Just open up what it looks like. Oh, and everyone who knows me, today is a big day. Any guesses why? It's not art related, or at least not art related to me. No. has to do with a person I mention in almost every stream, I think, one way or another. Yeah, Eric, you could know it. But I don't know if you know that this is today. Should I? Give it away? I don't think you will find it out. I mean, it's very like how should you know? No, not Birthday of Lady Gaga, but it's the right direction. That would be amazing if Chaperone DM'd me. But also good good tip. No, it has to do with Lady Gaga. It's happening tonight at midnight. That's why the stream, okay, it won't be 3 hours long. No, it has to do with Lady Gaga. It's about Lady Gaga. Something with her tonight. Yes, tonight is her album release at midnight, and I have to listen to it immediately. Mayhem, the new album, will be released. I'm excited. Good. Funny looking rabbit. First one is done. Maybe the leaf could be... Thank you. I said it's not art related, or not, at least not to my art related, but I'm excited about it. I don't know if that's a good music for live drawing. I mean, I would love to, but I don't know if that's fitting. As what I've heard, it has some goth and I don't know, some quite heavy music. You call it like that, something like that. So I don't know if that's the right music for live chat, but we could listen to it before and after the session. That will work. The ear is a bit too long. To keep the perspective in mind. Nice. Enjoy. I hope you like it. Because it's not your music, right? Or your kind of music. But who knows, maybe after tonight you will be a fan too, and we can talk about Lady Gaga from now on. That would be funny. Kinda like that one. Maybe I will do that one for tomorrow. We'll see. But let's do more. Let's not keep on that one. Thank you. I think it's cute. It's a bit funny with the perspective. This flower got very big, but I think it's cute. See a bit more of that eye. Let's flip it back. Okay. First rabbit is done. Don't know why I put it on the same layer here. Let's cut it out and let's paste it. I'll duplicate it so I can make it smaller and still have the original sketch. I usually do that when live drawing, when I do live drawing digitally. I draw them like on the whole screen, then I duplicate it, and then I put them all next to each other, so I have them all on one page. Good. Let's see. Now let's do one with a bigger head. I really want that kind of feeling, but with a rabbit. I don't know if that's even possible. Like maybe in a similar style to this rabbit. Let's see. But obviously not with a broken foot. That's also what I really like about art, is playing with different art styles. I think it's really fun. Like in some way everyone has its own, his and her own style, so I don't think like you can really break free from that completely. But like exploring different styles, I think is really good. So that at one point you have a really, really unique one. If you do it very often. Let's see. I think it's sweet if, like in this one, is a bit off balance. Because also with those big legs, I think that'd be funny. Let's just try something like, the head needs to be big in comparison to the rest. Like small body, big head, and big feet and hands. Let's have some drag on that leg here. But what is he grabbing to? That's the question now. Let's put his ears in here. Maybe this one could come more towards us. So it's a bit foreshortened, and the other one is like going away. Or turned away, not going away. It's not moving anywhere. Now it looks like he's fighting. I don't want him to fight. Any ideas what he could hold? carrot would be very cliche. Yep, maybe a carrot. That's strange. Yeah, he's trying to pull out the carrot. Maybe that's a good idea. Let's try that. Coming up with funny ideas at that time. It's late, so good time for I think his head should be turned away so he knows what he's doing. Like this. And the ears need to go higher up here. I don't know about that rabbit. I'm not happy with how this is going. I think with just the eye like this, it's very difficult to show much emotion. It's just like a dot. But let's see if we can work with it. Maybe more. That's true. Yeah, it looks like he's doing some construction work. It would be funny. I don't know. Not really happy with that. Doesn't look convincing to me. I don't know what it is. I think the carrot needs to be really close to him. Like behind him. Let's try that. Because if you're really trying to pull something out of the ground, you would use all your entire body, I guess. And probably the facial expression should be different. Let's see. I think this is more convincing. Like he's really trying to get that out. It looks like a baby, right? I think the ear is a bit too far, too low. So they should still, like, they're attached to like the top of the head and not the side. I think that's better. Maybe it should be longer. I don't know. Let's leave it like this. I don't think I will continue with this one. Not really working for me. Maybe he needs eyebrows. He looks really angry. That was a bit too much. Well, it's an idea. Let's leave it like this. Let's go to the next one. What else? We have him eating. I think something with flowers would be nice. We already had eating flowers and smelling flowers. Maybe reaching would be nice. I think this one is really cute where he's like trying to reach. I don't know what exactly he's doing. But maybe let's have something like that where we have a little bunny reaching for a flower that is up here. I really like this kind of sketching, doing this kind of sketching work. You can just have like ideas and some things work, some don't, but that's fine. So here we would have one from the back. This one is quite realistic looking. I'm just noticing. Actually, I didn't want to go realistic. You think so? I think it's the like most, yeah, maybe the best part. I think it's a lot of fun, like just figuring things out. I do like rendering as well, and also coming up with an idea, so maybe I like the entire process. I think it changes, like sometimes, like depending on your life, I guess, when I'm like really, I have a lot going on, I don't know, not very inspired. I like to do studies, and it's also good for like learning. And then there are times I prefer more doing this kind of work. So I think it's like phases of life. Now we're going to get very philosophical again. Well, at least we have a realistic one now as well. Didn't want to do that actually. I mean, it's not very realistic, just proportions. Okay, that's hydrogen. Is this on the same layer? Okay, that's fine. I think my favorite is this one, or maybe this one. I think I will probably go with that one, with the second one. And let's do a little color key of it. So, oh, I have it. It's still big, so let's duplicate that layer. And let's put all of them in a group. There we go. The big one is still here, yeah. Nice. So let's make a color version of that one. Maybe let's do it a bit smaller, and even smaller. I don't want to render this like into every small detail. Just a little colored thumbnail, I think, would be nice. So let's start with a green as background. Oh, wrong layer. There we go. I definitely think so. I tend to, sometimes, not always, but if something challenging is happening, I tend to like think of ideas. I don't know if people usually do that. And also like how I could turn that into something good. I don't know if that makes much sense, but yeah, I think that's what's maybe different of viewing. And like in general, more of an technical viewpoint. It's whenever I'm looking at something, I always think of like forms and how they work and how I would basically draw that. Especially when I was studying a lot of lighting, when I was really into rendering and lighting. Like everywhere I went, I was like, here's a cast shadow, this is a form shadow, this is because of that. So it was also when I had like conversations with people, when you're like looking at them, I looked at how the light was on their faces and how the reflection was in their eyes. Yeah, maybe that's weird. I still paid attention to the conversation. Don't worry. But yeah, I think that's probably what a lot of. But I think it really depends on the profession. Like maybe doctors, they also think about things when they look at us. They're like, that's wrong. You cannot avoid it. Oh, that's so true. Yeah, I do it as well. But I think like a lot of professions, like in just different ways. Like, oh, here we have the spam we have in every stream. So let's ban you. expand. Oh, I will get this off. There we go. Why do you think it's creepy for others? No, I don't think it is. Like, it's just from an artistic view. I don't think it's creepy if you explain it to people. I think they most find it interesting, not creepy. Artists are not creepy. That's what I keep telling myself. Okay, let's get into coloring. So, I think a lighting like this would be really nice with strong sunlight. But I want it spring-like. The background should be as we are in spring. Let's see. I think let's try something. It would be nice to have like a lot of flowers in the background. I would blur them like similar to this, so they don't have to be like perfect. And let's have some. What's always good is if the background and the foreground have some sort of connection. So here we have this flower, so I think it'd be nice if it was somewhere in the background. There were a few more. Oh, when you're staring, okay, yeah, then maybe, maybe that's creepy. You have to do it subtly. I think you know what I mean. So not too obvious. That could be creepy, that's true. So some little flowers here and there. I think would also be nice if to have some variations of green. I can turn this off for now. Let's do some abstract art. That's how abstract my art gets when I paint backgrounds. Or maybe an abstract painting in the background. There we go. Shouldn't be too... because obviously, I mean, I don't do abstract art, but there are rules, or like as with any art, like in terms of composition, obviously abstract art has it as well. So there shouldn't be like everything all spaced out evenly. There should be like areas where there is more and areas where there is less. I mean, that's the main thing you can do with abstract art, like play with the composition. And yeah, of course, colors and forms, but I think most is composition. Eric, I know you for some time now and I never found you creepy, so don't worry about it. I don't think you come off as creepy. Good, let's see if we blur that. Don't know how much it needs. Let's keep it like this for now. Good. Then let's add some foreground. Here, a few grasses. colors. Maybe a pink one. Good. Let's start with our rabbit. So for now I'm just drawing base colors. Of course, let's not draw on the same layer. We'll need some variation later on because I don't want like the whole rabbit being one color. Okay, you can tell me about it. Maybe the other people were creepy. So, everything one color for now. I won't be doing it too detailed. Let's see, let's make this a bit less. Let's get into the colors. So, oh, I have noticed something. I don't want a clipping mask here. Need to change the layer setup. So, there we go. Because I want to create clipping masks, and you can't create a clipping mask over a clipping mask. Let's see. They have some slight color variations. I think the belly is almost white. Let's paint in the belly. Here I think it's more orangey. And that's still white. Some white around the eyes and the ears. I already want to have some texture to show that fur. Let's add some darker bits as well. Playing a bit with opacity because I don't want the differences to be too strong, because then they could be a bit distracting. Inside the ears it's like warm pink. Let's smudge that a bit. Oh, that was too much. There we go. Oh, thank you. Well, I didn't put much effort in it. That's the thing, if it's getting blurred anyway, don't spend too much time on it. I think it's a good tip. Let's do the eye. One as well, and let's give her some lashes. The pupil. Go. as well. Oh, I noticed I forgot to add the color here. That's always very tricky, getting that other eye if you're only seeing so little of it. The eyelash, I think it's fine for the sketch. So let's have a bit more lines here and there. Let's make the flower yellow. Wrong layer. There we go. And the leaves, green. I think the stem is usually a bit brighter than the leaves. And the hair, I want them white. Let's do them white. See, and now I can redo them if I mess them up first try. I do it traditionally, it has to be the first one. Good. So let's see. Funny looking rabbit. Just want to give him some texture, because the fur has a lot of different colors. I want to do that quickly. Oh, the wrong layer. I thought so. There we go. Really like how their fur is set up. They have those thin lines underneath the noses, and also the eyes are like have a white contour in the fur. Here we go. Let's do some white in here as well. There we go. Let's see about lighting. Good, so a new layer. Oh, maximum reached. Oh no, already. Would be the quickest solution. Let's see. I will just duplicate the file. I'll be right back. Already back. I will just merge all of them, because I already have them in the other file if I need them separately. Good, and now I can create more layers. So it will be outside, so we have obviously the bluest sky. It's lovely spring, which I can't wait for. Let's make him blue. It will be too dark. Yeah, I thought so. Let's make that brighter. It's very green. More like here. I think that's fine. Let's duplicate that for the background and for the foreground as well. And let's do lighting. So it's been a while since I painted. Recently I've done a lot of animating. What's going on? Oh, wrong layer. Good that I have a testing trial today with you. There we go. So I think the sun is coming from the left. That'd be nice. So that flower is already fully lit. This part as well, also the face. I guess till here. This will be in shadow here. We could have a little bit more light. And also the leaves. Maybe the flower is casting a shadow here. And then let's have some more light here. Here. Let's do the foreground light and the background too. I think the layer should be a bit darker. The contrast is a bit too little. Let's see about the rabbit. Is this an ad? It is. I think that's better. Want a strong contrast. Let's see, let's pick that color here. Tonight when the sun was setting, I saw such a nice form shadow on a house. Like the house was like a cylinder and it was really like the perfect gradient. It's like, oh, it's so pretty. I wanna make that a bit brighter. Let's see. There we go. And we could have some SSS. Here on the ears. Oh, let's blur that. don't like that the shadows got that green. Let's see if we can fix that. I think that's better. Let's see, yeah, that's better. And let's add I think so too, yeah. I'm looking forward to summer. At least spring. It doesn't have to be summer already. But just spring would be nice. Let's have some reflections here. Turn that off. And some contact shadows. Apply. I think we'll have some shadow here as well. Because of that paw. Something like that. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I really like when shadows are very bluish. Get rid of that line here. It's a bit distracting. There we go. Well, it's not perfect by any means. Probably needs a lot more work, but I think for a quick light study it's fine. Oh, thank you. It was very quick. I would usually sit much longer working on illustration like that, but I wanted like a quick thumbnail. I usually do them for a bigger illustration to figure out what color scheme I would like, so they shouldn't be looked at closer than like this. It should be like the maximum size to look at them. I just want to try if the background was brighter, how that will look. So I'm getting that light color. Let's put that back on and see if we make the background very bright. I think that's nice. Then it sticks out more. could add a little bit of shadows here and there. So it doesn't look completely flat. And let's blur them. I think then he just pops out more out of the frame. And let's get rid of some of those lines here. Oh, one thing is missing, contact shadows here. In the foreground we also need some contact shadows. Just to give it more dimension. What's happening? Get away. Oh, this wasn't working. There we go. Oh, and the tips of the ears are usually black, so let's do that. That's very sweet. There we go. Obviously, if this was a finished illustration, I would go into more detail, but for the sketch I think it's fine. Let's make the tail white. And what's always good is to flip it. I think that's a contact shadow. Yeah, there shouldn't be a contact shadow. There we go. Because this paw is not touching the belly, so there shouldn't be a contact shadow, of course. Put the other one also a bit into light. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think the mood I wanted is there. Obviously, if there was more time, I could go into a lot more detail. But I feel like that's always it. Like, if there is enough time, you could do so much more. Let's flip it back. Good. Quite happy with that one. So, something to show tomorrow. Let's make that a bit darker here in the foreground. I don't know about brown. Maybe let's make it green. screen. Go. Add some sparkles in the air. I think this is also like, if it's very warm, you can see like those little dust things in the air. Just watch out that it doesn't look like snow. We don't want snow. Let's do some dark ones as well. Well, we go. Maybe let's do this one a bit brighter. Yeah, I think that's nice. Or did I put one exactly on his nose? Let's remove that one. Oh, thank you. The eyes are like staring. I think the whiskers, what I like, something like to do, if they're a bit too thin, I just duplicate the layer and then they're like before, after. I think it's nice if they're a bit thicker. Like that line here. Let's fix that line. Good. What time is it? It was only an hour, I feel like. No, we're already 2 hours. Oh, that was fast. Well, I think that will be it then for the stream. It's already 10. Have to be there tomorrow morning. I think there in the front they look a bit like tulips. I think it's quite cute. Flip it one more time. In some areas I could get rid of the sketch a bit more, so it isn't that distracting. Yeah, I'm looking forward what I'm gonna do tomorrow with the participants. I usually leave it a bit open. I think it's nice if... Oh, I just noticed the iPad wasn't... That was really a stream full of technical difficulties. Very sorry about that. There we go. Now you can see the whole screen again. I sometimes like, or most of the time, like also in the courses, like to keep it open a bit, like preparing, like having a main idea, but then also let like the, sounds a bit voodoo, but let the room, like the energy inspire us, and let's see what's gonna happen. Because otherwise it's like a recipe, like you're just going in there and doing that. And sometimes it's nice to have a bit of spontaneity in there. So I'm excited what's gonna happen tomorrow. What illustration we're gonna do. It will be a bunny, but yeah, what kind of bunny we will see. I think here, one thing I noticed, this is a bit too soft. I want to fix that. One more thing. Sometimes there are things bugging one, and then you just have to fix it. Otherwise, it's like, can't sleep. And that was here. That transition was a bit too soft. There we go. Good. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Something a bit different tonight. Not a fully rendered version, but I think it was nice. I can show where we started off. Let's get the sketch. I don't want all of them. Just this one. So here we have the sketch and quick thumbnail. Yeah, I know it's gonna be difficult. Like, I really want to hear it when it comes out, but if I'm gonna listen to it, I think like it will be, I don't know how long, maybe an hour? No, probably not. I think it's like 15 songs. All of them, it could be like 4 minutes something. Yeah, the whole album. Yeah, I do want to listen to the whole album. We'll see. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should tomorrow on the way there. Maybe, right? Could be more than an hour. Well, it will be like 1 a.m. If I'm gonna fall asleep, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe I'll listen to it tomorrow morning. Or maybe just listen to one song. Dedication or addiction? I read addiction. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll listen to it tomorrow to not be really tired. Good. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It was a nice one, something a bit different. And yeah, I will be back soon. Thank you. Probably with the animation. Still want to finish that one. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Good. See you soon, everyone.